Yo, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about how you can save 20K on a small paycheck. So stay tuned, stay till the end of this video, and I'm going to explain all of the steps. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. So, number one, you have to have a mindset shift, right? So, a lot of people, lifestyle creep comes in when you're making decent money, right? Even if you're making a little bit of money, right? If you go from $0 to now you're making some sort of income, lifestyle creep is gonna come. Your friends are gonna invite you places. You're gonna have the money to now do it. So you have to avoid lifestyle creep, right? Avoid buying new clothing all the time, right? Going out all the time, especially now you're trying to save 20K as fast as you possibly can on a small paycheck. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices. So be careful with the lifestyle creep, right? That's the number one thing. Short term, it signifies a short term thinking, right? When you're doing the lifestyle creep, you have to think long term. So eventually you'll be able to afford all those things. So be careful with lifestyle creep, guys. Lock in on your why as well. If you have a strong why, right? Like Michael Phelps, his why to become was to become the best swimmer in the world, gold medalist, Olympus. You have to have a strong why. So figure out why you want to save 20K. Is it because you want to put a down payment on a house? Is it because you want to buy a new vehicle? That's going to be your why, and that's what's going to fund and fuel your drive, right? That is what's going to take you to that next level thinking to actually stay away from the lifestyle creep. Your why. So figure out your why, right? Saving is never fun now. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be boring. It's going to be painful. You're going to see everyone having fun. But if you're saving, it's going to give you freedom later on, right? So saving is boring, right? It's not fun, but freedom is later. When you have that 20K that you can now put into your down payment for your house, or you have that 20K where you can buy a new vehicle. Now you can drive wherever you want. You can do cross country trips on the weekends. That's going to be well earned because you earned it. Number two, guys, track every dollar. Every dollar that comes out of your bank account, track it. Get an app, track every dollar, right? Most people, they underestimate how much they waste monthly, right? If you're not tracking how much money you're spending, I'm telling you, when I started doing it, I realized that I was spending a ton of money on things that like I could have cut back on, right? Like I was spending money on extra grocery stuff, like buying different kind of things, like uh I was buying Pop Tarts and all these stuff, and I was like, okay, well, that's an extra like $200 a month I'm spending on like sugary snacks and foods, on top of what I'm the main things I'm buying at the grocery store. If you're tracking everything you're spending, you can look at it analytically and say, I don't need this, right? I can save $200-300. That's gonna equal an extra, $3,600 at the end of the year. That $3,600 is gonna be spent, you know, helping you to save that 20K. It's going to be saved, helping you to save that 20K. So track, every single dollar, right? Cancel your subscriptions. I guarantee you don't need all those subscriptions you have, right? You don't need Netflix, you don't need Hulu, and you don't need Prime. Those are three. You have three movie places. Like, just choose one or get them for free. The internet is free now. YouTube, all these different sources, they have free movies that you can go and watch these things on, right? You don't need all those subscriptions. You're probably paying a ton of money. Your phone bill is expensive. Can you get a cheaper one? Do you really need all those gigabytes on your phone? Cut it back. Cut the subscriptions, right? Cut out the Uber Eats, the all these gym swaps. Like, if you go to the gym, great, but do you need four different memberships? You don't need all those memberships, right? You don't need to eat out on Uber Eats every week and pay the 8-9 extra dollar delivery fee, right? And the tip, right? You don't need those things. Cancel it for a little while. Save up your 20K. Remember, you want to save your 20K to get to make moves in your life. You want it to do something, whatever it is. This is what you're gonna have to do to save the 20K. So, guys, number three, right? Cut simply and cut fast. So you may have to live smaller on purpose. You may have to go and move back in with your parents, right? You may have to go move in with roommates, downsize your car, whatever. You're gonna have to cut back on some things that you're doing right now to save more money, right? Eat at home, prep your meals, right? Your saving rate matters more than your income. Remember that. Saving is always going to be better than, well, let me say this, right? It's not always better than income after you get to a certain point, but the rate, right? Saving is never always better, but the rate at what you save. If you save 80% on a high income is always better. Even if you save 80% on a low income, it's always great to have a high savings rate. Not always to be saving. Income will always outpace saving, but the percentage on how much you save is always going to be the best thing. So if you can have that mentality and you can build that discipline to save 80% of your income, right? So even when your income increases and you're still saving 80%, that's going to be game changer, right? So cut simply and cut fast. Live with roommates, go back home to your parents. A lot of people who became millionaires, they lived with their parents as long as they could to make their idea work. They lived like I think it was Elon Musk or something, Steve Jobs, one of those guys. They were saying how they were living like college roommate, like they were living like college kids in their early 30s, late 20s, right? There's people like Elon Musk sleeping at the PayPal office under the table. Bill Gates sleeping under the Microsoft table. They lived in the office because they wanted to make their idea work. You want to save 20K on a small income. This is what you're going to have to do. You move back in with your parents, live with roommates, cut the cost down, save the 20K. 4, guys, increase your income even if it's slightly, right? So find simple side hustles that add, $500 to $1,000 a month. You can buy phones on Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. Fix them up, right? Go to your local mall, fix the screen, maybe fix the battery, clean it up, resell it for an extra $60, $70, $80. Make that profit, and do that with multiple phones. Do that with some shoes. Buy some old shoes, right? Some name brand shoes like Jordans, Nike, Adidas. Clean them up, get them clean, put new laces on them, polish them up, resell them for an extra $50, $60, right? That's an easy $500,000 extra added to your income per month. Uber Eats, right? DoorDash. These are different side hustles you can do. Tutoring, online selling you can even work on the weekend, work overtime on the weekend. This is what you have to do to save that extra 20K. So this is, just earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month is going to give you an extra $12,000 a year alone, right? Number 5, save automatically, guys, and save aggressively. So pay yourself first, right? Auto transfer all your money to your savings, and then have a separate bank account. So you don't want to have, your debit card linked, but have a separate bank account where you can make auto transfer payments straight to that savings account, right? So save automatically and save aggressively. Whatever you can do, pay yourself first, right? Every time you get your paycheck, pay yourself first immediately. That's going, and then whatever else after that, you're paying your bills and everything else, but pay yourself first, right? Treat your savings like rent, right? It's a non-negotiable. Every single time, every second week of the month you're getting paid, put it in your savings account. It's like rent. That's gonna help you save that 20K. So number 6, guys, visualize and track the progress. So have bar graphs, charts, progress trackers. It's gonna keep you motivated. You're gonna see, okay, this month I'm at 2K. The next month I'm at 6K. The next month I'm at 8K. Have these trackers, have these progress trackers to keep you motivated and to know that you're doing the right thing. So it's important to track your progress, right? Have a savings jar, apps, accountability partners, right? Get a friend, tell your friend, hey, ask me every single week how much I saved, right? Hold me accountable. It's always great to have a partner helping you on your journey to saving your first 20K on a small income. Have partners that are going to help you in that journey, right? Whatever gets tracked grows. You understand? Like, if you track something, it's going to grow because you're meticulously putting that idea out in the universe that this is what you want and this is what you're going to work towards. Your tracking is going to grow. Measure it. Put pictures on your wall in your room, right? Put those pictures on your wall in your room of people that you admire and that you inspire to be and just have them in your room, and every morning you wake up, you look at them and you say, you tell those guys, I'm gonna save 20K. You tell those people, and then now you know that they're gonna be watching you, right? They're gonna be holding you accountable if you don't have an accountability partner. Number 7, guys, sacrifice season. There's always a season and always going to be a time in your life where you're going to have to deploy some sacrifice, whether it's a week, a month, a day, whatever. You have to deploy the sacrifice season, right? Normalize not keeping up for a little while. It might be a year, it might be 5 months, it might be 6 months, right? But just normalize that for a little bit. Be okay with it, right? Just you dive into it, dwell. Be at peace with not be keeping up with everyone and everything for at least, a little bit while you're trying to save your 20K on the small income that you have. You're gonna have to do that, right? Stack cash now, so your future, you're not always broke and stressed, right? You don't want to always be broke and stressed. Just stack the cash now, and then whatever you want to do in your life, you can do it however you desire once you have that foundation built, right? Boring seasons create freedom seasons. If you want to go and travel in your life, it's very hard to do that when you don't have a foundation built, you don't have a savings built, and you don't have the income built. Whether you want to travel to Dubai, Egypt, wherever, Asia, Africa, you want to see the wild safari, all that stuff, but you want to do that now, you want to do that, when you don't have the foundation built, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You're going to be looking for the cheapest deals you could possibly find, right? And it's not going to work out because all unexpected things happen. You're going to have unexpected times where you're going to need money, right? Your car might break down, things might happen. You might need to take another plane here. You might need another trip here. You might need another hotel stay here. You might have to have you might be on a delayed flight and then you have to accommodate. Things happen. But if you stack the money now, you save it, do some delayed gratification, you will be able to do that and have the best time of your life with no worries, no stress in the future. So sacrifice season, guys, is very important, all right? So if you like this video, subscribe, like, share with a friend. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.